Hello and welcome all. Hopefully I sound a little less like a demon now. Let's just go test quickly. My internet would like to work. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys and girls. This is a little bit strange, this one. Yeah, okay, I think we're fine. I'll be honest. Right, sorry about that. Little bit of strange start to the race. Okay, currently on our timing screens, we have Phil in the lead from Ian from Vioxic in the rain. Aiden moves up into P9. Right, okay. I need to reset myself a little bit. It's a little bit weird, that one. Vioxic currently in P5 goes on. I think that might be an invalid lap now. He did get a little bit over the curb. Cutting the corner slightly. Still have to wait and see if that lap is invalidated. I think it will be. Now Millet comes across the line. He goes P3 on a 150. I very much think it's going to be one of those. It's going to be whoever's last out is Enigma on P4 at the moment, going down towards the line, go towards the end of the second sector even. Making some very nice times. Whoa, that was a bit of a weird place to go wide. I'm just trying to get on the power a little bit too early. And he's going to dive into the pits, isn't he? Right, okay, DNTX Rage. Oh, he gets a bit of a slapper on in P8. Now going down and around this corner. I don't know my names on this corner because they all look the same. But he gets through there quite nicely actually. That Toro Rosso looking very sturdy. Now pushing out. Oh, maybe runs a little bit wide. That is a shame. His teammate Wombo, he looks like he's on an in lap currently. In lap or an outie? We'll never know. We shall never know. Let's see, there's a few people. Do I sound a little bit better now? I think I do, but just go for some confirmation. Make sure, because it is a little bit weird. Don't know what happened there. KP is using all of the track, making this this Sochi ring his own. It's the Autodrom even, not ring, Sochi ring. It's a Solvac ring, that's what it is. Remember, we don't begin with S and ring. We're getting there. Hello, S Cube. Shame you're not out on track, my friend, but what can we do? What can we do? Yeah, well, actually, ironically, his two sectors are very close. I'm on 38.472 and 38.426 as Jay retires from the session. I wonder what that's for. as Kip looks like he has abandoned his lap. Vioxic on an outlap currently. Who was it? Who was it on one? DNTX Rage, who's on a flying lap currently as we speak. They're fighting the accelerator a little bit. Whoa. Gets it very nicely in between the lines. Then might be still valid, I don't know. It is still valid, I believe. Yeah, 151.8 moves him up with the P9. So even as I'm looking at it, it's not as harsh as I was expecting, to be fair, as I remember even. Probably feels a lot harsher than it actually is. Let's have a look further up the grid. As Enigma is currently about to finish a flying lap, it moves him nowhere. Oh no, he's just started a flying lap, my apologies. Ian as well just started a flying lap. And Phil in P1 halfway round a flying lap. Bit of a slap on there for Ian, wow. That was nice. He's getting the fishy out. Now flying down the not so straight. And around the bend. It's every race rain. Yeah, no, like last season we didn't even get one rain affected race, and this season it's every single race. Said it shouldn't really be this much, but it is. Hopefully next season when they actually do it, there will be actually some races where it doesn't automatically rain. But that's a little bit stupid. Should be safe from the rain next race though, as it's Abu Dhabi. We should like to think so, as Ian goes P2. Very nice lap from him. Enigma, his teammate, in P4 at the moment. He's going now towards the penultimate turn. Gets the car turned in. And then the final corner now. Gonna have to be careful about that one in the race, because it is very dead lead. It's a 149.9, but it does not help him improve. He stays P4. Oh, well, I call it a very fast lap there, 7 minutes 30 seconds. See who's on nearish the end of a lap. Watch DNTX Rage. I should watch a bit of DNTX Rage. We can't give them all. We'll give Kyle our newbie for this race in a way. 99 rain, I think, Abu Dhabi. Would be interesting, S-Cube, would be interesting. Cal comes across the line to move into P6. Not too shabby. DNTX Rage as well. Getting the car going. See him working the steering wheel on the exits. It's fairly interesting. So there, obviously let off the throttle a little bit. That was a bit surprising. Gets the car turned in, and then on the exit, tries holds it. Looks fairly smooth actually, to be fair. The NTX Rage at the moment. A little bit of a anti-steering there, as I say that. That corner's always. Oh, really gets that one wrong. It's gonna probably just about kept it. Gimp is not in the race at the moment. S-Cube, he is currently not able to race, which is very unfortunate as Kip runs very wide. Vioxic now in the final sector as well. Going through this final sector, last few corners. Going to keep the car turned in. May look slow, but you've got to drive it smooth. You want the lap time, and he does. It stays P4 over 149.9. Miller currently on a flying lap as well. Let's watch this. At the moment, this will be his last time lap, really. That corner upshifted very early so he doesn't lose the back end on exit in the Williams. Now Yarmolenko retires. Oh dear, I wonder, is that a crash related retirement or I've got no more laps to do retirement? So does Ian. So I presume they're now thinking, ooh, Miller Custer runs a little bit over the curve. I wonder, what's that way if I hear him yawning? Oh dear. That is not what we want to see, yawning in this very important race. Again, he turns in a little bit early. There's Milik still going for it though, so I presume it's still okay. Oh, as we've been kicked out. Still our race leader at the moment. But we'll wait. Attention at Phil, at Milik even. 5/10 off the race leader's time. Now we're going to go for it. And goes P2, very close to the race leader. Vioso, can he improve? 8/10 he needs to improve by. It's going to have to be a mega lap. He's definitely going for it. Around the corner. The final one now. Floor it out there if you can. Stays P4 but does improve slightly. Kyle B in P6 at the moment. He's doing very nicely for himself as well. Crystal in P7. Kyle looks like he tried to get a little bit too much of the cherry a bit too early. Stays P6. The NTX Rage, he's in the garage and he is the only one left alive at the moment. Look at our tab screen. Who's still there? Okay. The NTX is the only one. He needs to retire and then we are good to go in this session. And hopefully it will be an interesting one around the Russian Grand Prix. More interesting than the last race because I'm limited on topics, I'll be honest. I'm limited on topics, unless people want to retire and we'll start talking about topics. That would be nice as well. As per usual, if anybody does retire, they are more than welcome to come and join me in the commentary box. Have a little chat about your race. It's all fine and dandy. As long as the NTX Rage retires from the session so we can actually get on with the race. And that will be a good race, I'm sure. Now I have the question, what do I go down for? Do I go down for more water or more cider? Which one's more important in this commentary position we have? Our grid is Phil from Milik, from Ian, from Vioxic, from Enigma, from Kyle, from Crystal, from Aiden, from Wombo, for Kip, from DNTX Rage, from Samsterham, from V-Gun, from Z-Tykes, from Jay, from Yarmolenko is our 16 races today as I leave the session now. And I shall go and make my decision on what I want as a beverage for today's race. Okay, I've returned, everybody, and now we can join Phil's session, and hopefully we can watch this Grand Prix unfold. My bets on today is DNTX Rage for no reason apart from why not? Why not? Yeah, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care very much indeed. Right. Anybody got any predictions for today's race? If so, let's hear him. Let's hear him. Why not? We might as well, mightn't we? Phil, our race leader. He's going to be starting on pole as he so often seems to at the moment. Very good on the one lap pace. Very good in the race as well, let's not deny it. Let's not deny it indeed. So let's see what's going to happen. P1 for Samster is his prediction. I will be happy with that prediction, Samster. You never know. You never know. There might just be the purge happens. There might just be the purge that happens. Okay, formation lap is almost done. It's a long run down to the first corner, as we all know for this track. So a good start is essential now. Back to broadcast view, please. Here, a funny start here, but we've got 3 sets of 5 red lights, or really 25 if we want to be precise. A big puff of smoke. Phil's had a bad start there, actually. Very poor. He's going to be under pressure now. It looks like Millock's already got him into the first corner. Enigma as well as that. Oh, there's a brake marking flying everywhere. The quietness now, and there's a 2 cars on the inside, and oh, they touch wheels. So the oh, there's a bit of contact down through the field. The McLaren's touch wheels is what I was trying to say. And as we run side by side, it's Phil in P3 at the moment. We'll try to run a little bit further down to see the big action, as there's a little bit of whining and a rolling. It's going to be interesting. Oh, what a move for the Ferrari! Is he going to keep it? It's Jay. Wow, he's come in on his first race, and he is definitely coming in with a big nose. He's overtaken now by 2 cars again, but what a move that was. I wish we had got a full picture of that. What a race. Phil on softs though. Is he? Yes, he is. Good spot, my friend Matthew Kerr from the clan Kerr. He is indeed. It will probably be a one-stop round here anyway, but Vioxic as well on softs, actually. A lot of people have started on softs. Interesting. It will be a one-stop round here anyway, I'm fairly sure. But a good spot, Matthew. A good spot indeed. Millock comes across the line. He sets the fastest lap of the race. Let's do a run through the field, and I apologise. It's not. It's my standard Haas mixing up time at the moment. It's not Enigma in P2. It's Ian. So it's Millock from Ian, from Phil, from Vioxic, from Aiden, who actually had a quite good start there, from Crystal Catcher, from DNTX Rage, from Samsterham in P6 now, as he's... Hang on, how's that working then? Crystal Catcher's in P6, I think we missed him, didn't we? DNTX Rage in P7, Samsterham in P8, Z-Takes in P9, V6 Gun in P10, but for how much longer, I wonder if his kit is charging him down for the final point playing position. Was an opportunity. Kyle's had a bad start and is in P12. Jay, who looks like he's made a mistake somewhere, is now on P13. Enigma, oh dear, that looks bad for him. He's P14, but he's gone on to the mediums and going to try and go to the end of this race. Yarmolenko in P15. Looks like another poor start for him. And Wombo, who also is on the medium tyres and will probably be going to the end now. That is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure you can go softs basically the entire race. I have a feeling I did that last season. So it'll be interesting to see whereabouts was that battle we were on about. It was P10, I believe. And Kip's actually made it stick as now. V6 gun looks to the outside, but no room there as of yet. So Kip moves into P10, V6 gun stays out of the points for now. Milk sets the fastest lap as well of the Grand Prix once again. And he'll be going quite fast now and trying to pull out the margin to Phil, his championship rival. I can't even remember what the championship standings are like at the moment. Oh, there's a big battle here. DTX Rage with a second look to the inside on Crystal Catcher. Crystal Catcher's having none of it though. In the battle for P5, really, this is. Because it goes down to Aiden. But because of that, Aiden's got a little bit of an advantage. Crystal Catcher is on the soft tyres, so maybe doesn't necessarily have to fight him. But if you fight him and holds him behind him for longer, it's going to help him out in the long run when he goes onto the super softs. Crystal Catcher currently under a little bit of pressure. Will DNTX Rage, I believe that is, yes it is, get DRS. The McLaren gets DRS as well actually, which is a little bit surprising. Maybe just a bit of slipstream now though. He moves to the inside, which turns to the outside really for the first braking zone, but he's already made the move into P7. Goes DNTX Rage. Crystal Catcher not going to give up there. He's still on his outside. Leaves the space, squeezes him out. Job done for DNTX Rage. Crystal Catcher might have a shout later on in the race, and now he's going to be charging down the McLaren car just ahead. And Samstam doing a sterling job as he pits actually, as I jinx him. Samstam into the pits on lap 3 already. What's that for? That must be a drive-through. Oh, Samster, you cheating bugger. You cheating bugger. I'll go now on Z-Tikes. Oh, wow, Aiden and DTX Rage go side by side. Aiden's going to try hold it around the outside, but DTX Rage on the softer, super soft tyres should be okay. But Aiden goes to the inside, and oh, this contact thing! Aiden should really give that position back, and I'm sure he will. I don't know how they both kept that pointing in the right direction. Fair play to them. I think Aiden will, actually. But he somehow makes the move there, and it somehow sticks. He'll be under a little bit of pressure now down this straight. I believe S-Cube saying, "What the fuck indeed, my friend." That was a daring move, let's say. I think that one might go to the stewards, but not the judge of that. Oh, he's run wide, so he has, and this is going to be really interesting. They're going to go free wide there for a split second. Oh, that was scary. Aiden trying to rejoin the track, but DNTX Rage and which McLaren is at Crystal Catcher. We're trying to go side by side. And that's really helped him out. Crystal Catcher and Aiden now go side by side for 6th place. Aiden round the outside, Crystal Catcher on the inside. Now it's going to turn to the inside still for Crystal Catcher, my apologies. But now down the straight, it's going to be who's got the bigger balls into the first corner. Neither actually have DRS, I don't. Oh, yeah, the DRS line is a lot later than that, sorry. Aiden's got DRS around the outside. And still side by side here. You're going to have to leave the room on the exit. And Aiden gets the move done. But a switchback might be on the cards here. Crystal Catcher not looking timely enough as of yet. Let's have a look further up the grid for now. It's starting to spread out a little bit at the moment. As you can see, DNTX Rage as well now starting to pull away from these two, battling for P6. Takes a little bit alone in P8. Kip and Vegan staying fairly wheel to wheel actually as Kip runs wide. Ooh. Vegan on the softer super softs. Softer super softs. Bit of a tongue twister for us. In P9 and 10. Samster in P12. Kyle in P11. And Vegan. Vegan. How does that? Yeah, that's how numbers work. 11 comes out after 10, Glenn. I don't know if you know that. J in P13, Enigma in P14, Yarmolenko in P15, and Wombo in P16 after a unfortunate start. I didn't see what happened to him, but only the Lord knows, I guess. Even with his elbows out a little bit so far. Yep. Personally, I think that was a little bit aggressive on him. Yes, you're allowed to get your elbows out, or you're definitely entitled to do it, but I think there, maybe with the contact, it was a little bit much, but Aiden's normally a good driver. I've taken him out on a few occasions, so we'll call it all. I won't be the judge on him there. Ooh, doesn't really leave the room there for Crystal Catcher to go anywhere. Crystal Catcher now going to look to the outside, it will turn to. And Aiden's, sharps! Oh no, and Crystal Catcher looks for the inside and there's no room there. Aiden with that sharp cut off could have just edged him out a little bit, and it was Crystal Catcher who slipped and spun. Maybe on him. Unfortunate for him indeed, but he moves down now to P8. He'll be closing down Z-Sykes very shortly. Ugh. 6 laps into this Grand Prix. An interesting one that's so far. So we're going to have a battle for P8, is that? Fairly shortly with Kip and Crystal Catcher. Crystal Catcher being a very vocal point at the moment. He's been involved. That's certainly to say, as he goes into the pits now, which is a bit of a ruin. I wonder, does he have a bit of front wing damage? That would be unfortunate. As Kip now is going to start the charge onto Z-Tykes. You start seeing the gap sort of appear now, which is unfortunate. Actually, Phil's staying very close to Ian, who's fairly close to Millet still as well, so not a huge difference in these two compounds, it looks like, at the moment. We'll have to wait and see when the fuel is lighter. Students are going to be busy. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. A little bit of ding dong in this battle. It was not the most cleanest, but sometimes you have to go for it, and sometimes it's not always the most cleanest, I guess. But we'll have to wait and see on the how that goes after the race. If all's forgiven. Crystal Catcher actually comes out just in front of Yarmolenko. Crystal Catcher has gone onto the medium tyres. I would have went onto the softs and then gone to the end. I think that's definitely possible with 7 laps done and dusted, 20 laps to go. We'll have to wait and see. Not the most interesting battle for position at the moment, as I believe Enigma's now moving up the grid as well a little bit. He's catching up to Samstaham, no pressure. You've got Enigma behind you. I know you like to listen into these. Kyle moves into the points currently, and it's looking good for him. V6 got him P9, just keeping his nose intact, and that's the way to do it at the moment. Kip in P8. Is he catching Z-Tykes? Not by a rate of knots, it must be said. Aiden in P6, sort of just lining astern with DNTX Rage at the moment on lap time. Vioxuk in P4, falling a little bit behind Phil, who is right up the chuff of Ian, it must be said. So let's have a look and see what's going to happen here. Phil, maybe not necessary for him to make a move thus far in this Grand Prix, but it would always help him to maybe put him under a little bit of pressure, our race leader. Let him know he's about. Let him know he's in the general facility. And you always have a chance of pressurizing him into a mistake. But yeah, just through a couple of traction corners, he's going to have a little bit of a tough time trying to get it down and out. Let's have a little quick look down, further down, and see what's happening down the grid. See if there's any interesting points at the moment. Samster has been overtaken by Kip. I wonder, was he pressurized into it? Not a good job, Samster. JMP 13 still Crystal Catcher and Yarmolenko going side by side. Yarmolenko to the inside, Crystal Catcher to the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact, but they both stay cool actually. Crystal Catcher still on the inside. He's going to hold the move for now. Not really letting Yarm get a cutback move on him as of yet. Let's jump back to our front 2, 3 even. I believe that is. Now we'll cut back to this battle for P14. Looks like the most interesting as of now. Down the straight, Crystal Catcher from Yarmolenko. Down the straight, Yarmolenko looks like he's going to the outside, but there's no room there. Switches back because he gets the speed on him. Makes the corner, it looks like, but they both do. Now, maybe with those superior tyres, will he be able to find a gap? Or with the fresher tyres on the mediums and on that McLaren, will he be able to hold it a bit better around the track? I wonder, in grip circumstances. Let's have a quick jump back now for P2 at the moment. Is he within DRS yet? He is. So Phil, he's in DRS, but he's not looking like he's closing quite enough yet. As I say that, he gets very close, but that's due to DRS more than anything else. We'll have to see now where everybody else is doing. Z-Takes is looking like he's slowly losing a little bit of time to Kip. It looks like it's just over the second mark at the moment. It looks like he hasn't quite got DRS yet, as V6 gone into the pits. They fairly only stop from him. Kyle into P9 because of it. It looks like he's going to emerge just in front of Jay. So he's got a lot of fresh air there to mess with. Crystal Catcher still holding Yarmolenko behind him for the current moment. Phil looks a little bit closer maybe than he has done a few laps ago. So maybe he's just losing a little bit of time through this final sector due to the lack of grip on those softer tyres. But now you've got to think about, on the harder soft tyres, which is very funny to say. But maybe Ian's losing a little bit of traction just with those tyres going off a little bit. So now you've done 10 laps on them. As he gets a little bit of a slide, both cars actually get a little bit of a slide on. And now going down towards T1. Flat out as per usual, which is not really a turn then, is it? Let's be honest. But now Phil looking to the inside, not really any space there. The Haas car has still got that position in the locker. But now coming around the almighty turn 3. I wish it had a corner name just so I could say it. It is a beautiful corner, it must be said. The only half decent corner around this Grand Prix circuit. But still, Ian from the Renault. I was trying to say yellow and Renault, and it did not work. I came up with red, which is interesting. From the Renault car. Now going onto the back straight, he does look close. Millock, he's not really pulled away all that much. I thought he would have bolted by now. Especially with these two looking a little bit closer. He's going to go to the outside. Ian going to hold the inside line. I think he's got the move done there. Ian battling away. Close it is to the inside. Not to be. Phil gets the move into P2. And that is crucial for this race in terms of the championship and just this race in general. He's now got a chance to close down onto the race leader. He's also on the super soft tyres. which means they have to go to the soft tyres, and then Phil will be on the quicker super soft tyres for the end of this race, and will probably be able to do faster laps on the tyres. Ian's still very close to him, runs fairly wide around that corner. Let's have a little bit of a look back as Samsterham is in P15. Yarmolenko, there's two people going very close side by side. Goes Crystal Catcher and Jay. Crystal Catcher, I think, overtakes Jay and moves into P12. Let's have a look, see who has got penalties thus far in the race, if we can. Can we? Few lap times? Oh, you can only see if somebody gets a warning or not. It's a bit crap. Oh, he's on. Millock's on 1 already, and Phil's on 2. Oh dear, who's this? Ian. Oh dear, Ian. That's not very good. That is not very good at all. He's got 2 penalties already. How are you doing that then? That's impressive. Very impressive. Interesting to see. It's not as bad as I was expecting. Not as. Oh dear. Z takes. That's not very good. Let's have a look at somebody. Somebody around him. Samster. Let's see how you're doing. Oh, Samster. Those opening laps weren't very good, were they? Let's be honest. Yeah, Phil is fairly sitting pretty as well, because he. If we can get back to him, Phil. Oh, as actually our race leader, I believe, was pitted, as I've been looking at who's got penalties and not. So now he's gonna have to do some fast laps if he wants to keep involved in this. Millock, Vioxa can P2 actually. Millock in P3, just coming out of the pit lane in fresh air, importantly. And Phil is indeed sitting pretty, because before long he'll be on super softs, and then will be faster than Millock in the second and final stint of the race. It's a bit of a strategy conundrum at the moment. Which way was better to go, it's very difficult to tell before the race. But even after the race, in one of these, it could be anything. A safety car now would ruin the guys on the softs. Started on supers even, but we'll have to wait and see how the crew flies, as they say. Yarmolenko into the pits now, so I think we're going to go for a quick break. Currently we'll leave you on board with Vioxic. Why not Vioxic? There we go. We'll use no, give me back the camera angle I wanted. There we go. We'll leave you on board with that one for a while I go and relieve my bladder. Just give us 1 second. Hello everybody, back. Vioxic's still driving his F1 car currently, which is nice to see. Sound like he just hit the wall there. Could have swore I heard a big thump as I changed camera. Having a bit of a boring race at the moment. Just to capture the D12, just sitting trying to do lap times. V-Gun trying to sit and do lap times. Enigma trying to sit and do lap times. We have a battle for P8. Yes! I just realised my microphone's miles away, so I probably sound a lot louder now without shouting. Which I still did, because, let's be honest, basically the only thing I can do. We've got a battle for P6. We'll ride on board. I feel like, why not? Let's change it up a bit. I mean, we've been using this broadcast camera for most of the time. Let's ride on board, see what the story's like on there, and then, if we can, we'll go like this. Oh, it's watch from Kyle's point of view. It's not as easy, I'll be honest. It's a lot easier, but a nice switchback move from Kyle, and he's gonna get Z-Takes while he's on it. Wow! Beautiful move. Where's the NTX Rage gone in all this? He's fallen back. It looks like he's had to lift the throttle a little bit, but a very nice move by Kyle, making 2 overtakes there. Did Z-Takes just come out of the pits, I wonder? That's maybe why. Oh, nice move by Kyle, showing he's still not lost anything since last season. It's nice to see. Z-Takes might have a chance to get him back now with the DRS opening down the not very straight right and left clinks. He goes to the outside and is ahead, and almost goes for the cut-off move, but gets the move sticked. But Kyle again goes for a nice little switch back on the inside now, and the Force India stays in the lead in P6 currently. Lead of this battle for P6 even. DGX Rage trying to get involved as well. He's like, I want that P6 as well, boy. And the and now we've got the problem with the game of which Haas am I believe it's Enigma in P7, 8, 9, some 10. Oh, Z-Takes, he's getting mugged left, right, and centre, quite literally. So a little bit of a cut to get the cut back. And oh, it looks like he's lost the back end a little bit. He's lost a little bit of time now. So I have to. No. Oh no, I'm scared to change person because I don't want to miss out. Stop. Go away. Samstam. Where's Samstam in all this? I don't understand. Ah, I'm confused. I'm so confused. I don't understand. Where's the NTX Rage? I can't find the NTX Rage on my. There he is. There we go, he's in P6, Kyle in P7, and Z-Takes in P8. And the T9 it is indeed Enigma, as we now see 2 battles sort of going on. We've split into 2. From Enigma's point of view, because he's very close at the moment. I wonder if we can we ride on board? This would be beautiful. We do ride on board. He's going to get the move done on Z-Takes. He's going to go around the outside. The ATX Rage holds P6 down, by the way. Z-Takes holds it around the outside. Nice move! Enigma stays P9 for now. And now starts plowing on the accelerator. Pushing and pushing. Ooh, a bit of a lock-up makes him run wide. But you can definitely see a couple of positions and then loses the back end for all measures. Why not? It's this angle is a little bit weird, I'll be honest, watching. This one's even weirder. It just doesn't feel right, does it? I like this one though. He goes around the outside. Very nice move. Will he be able to get a cut back? Not quite, I don't think. Z-Takes playing it smart, keeping it covered currently. The NTX Rage as well, keeping Kyle behind him in the P6 battle. Which is very nice to see. He's doing a very good job at the moment. So a quick look up further up the grid as we actually go back. Oh, we're going backwards now. I don't understand. Oh, the optics in the lead. Millock's in P2, Phil's in P3, a couple of seconds behind him, so that is going to turn quite tasty quite quickly. And Aiden, by the way, is in P5. Guess anybody cared. I doubt it, it's only Aiden. As Phil says, the fastest lap of the race, Enigma gets past Z-Takes on the not so straight. And it's very nice indeed. As he moves into P8, Kyle in P7 and DNTX Rage both battling, so it shouldn't be that hard to catch him up, but you never know. It looks like DNTX Rage, actually now I've said that, is starting to pull away and catch Aiden. But more interestingly at the moment, Phil 1 and a bit seconds behind our race leader, which is currently Millock. Phil in P2 now is extremely close. Those super soft tyres are working an absolute treat for him right now. And it looks like he might even have the move done and dusted by the end of this pit straight. We'll have to wait and see. He is certainly driving very well. There's no denying that. And now in the slipstream, down towards turn 1, round turn 1. Now going to be opening DRS. Millock says, no way you're getting the inside line, but Phil goes around the outside. Millock going to hold the inside line for now, and I think he leaves the room, and I think it's going to be a Phil move, unless Millock can get a cutback move here. He's going to look to the inside line. It's going to have to be a late breaker. He's going to be last on the late break as he goes for it, and he's side by side now. A little bit of contact maybe spurts them out to either side, but they're both fine. And Phil has to relinquish the place for now, but now he goes a cutback once again around another right-handed corner, but he's not able to quite get the traction down and make full advantage of it, but he seems a lot quicker through the corners. Millock struggling. Now coming round, it's going to be a DRS attempt through the not so straight back straight. And it was not a great exit there from Millock. Phil in DRS 0.111 behind apparently. Not for much longer. He goes to the inside. He makes the move. Still there or thereabouts. It is Millock trying to make a cutback move, trying to get the traction down. He doesn't want to relinquish this and leave it go. And now Phil pushing out there. He's got the lead of this race. He's going to have to break away now if he can, as Millock is close. I wonder will penalties decide? P1 Mr. Lord Doland Curtis. It's going to be interesting to see indeed. We'll have to update the penalty status towards the end of the race. 7 laps left of this Grand Prix, and Millock goes to the inside. There's not enough space, but it might push Phil wide. Not quite. Phil not scared about the move at all. And now the first little DRS stint. He's going to have to get a nice first sector now to pull away from that car behind him. And then he will be top dog for this Grand Prix win. He gets a little bit of caught up on the curb. It's going to be close. He looks like he's about 5/10 behind him, if even. There's a lap car there as well, which could either be a hindrance or a beautifulness. I wonder if even's the word. But he gets well out of the way. Very nice of our lapped car today. But Phil does look like he's pulled out quite a gap to the car behind of Millock. And Ian behind as well. Looking fairly far away. What's the gap now at the end of that one? 7/10. Now with a cornering sector really to go, it's going to be difficult for him to jump the car behind, as there's even behind the battle for P3 looks like it's going to be tensing up indeed. We'll have to wait and see. 7.44 is the gap. Still in DRS range, Milik is. But is he in range to make a move? I don't think so. He's going to have to hope and pray to all the gods that he can make a move, and he's not made that corner sick at all. That's going to definitely land him with a penalty. Now, through this first sector, he is close, but I believe he will now for sure have a penalty. It's going to be a little bit of a risk, but we're going to have to see how it's going for him at the moment. Onto the DRS straight. I think he still has his DRS open. He's still within a shout. So he is, but it's going to be so difficult to make the gap thick. While that's happening, let's jump down to P3, and Vioxic is in P4, and that's not P3. Ian is in P3. Enigma in P5. DNTX Rage in P6. Either charging him down or have just been overtaken. Kip in P7, not too far behind on the super soft tyres, so that one will be interesting as well. Crystal Catcher in P8, under pressure from the red car of, I don't even know who's in the red car anymore, because I've completely lost track of this Grand Prix. It's V6 Gun, and Z-Takes in P10, the Warden of the points behind, just in front of Aiden, who's on the super soft tyres, and they're both on the super soft tyres, my bad. And Kyle in P12, who's not that far behind either. Samster a little bit ways further behind, and Wombo even further. JR and Yarmolenko in P15 and 16 respectively. And that's our grid for now. Milik, 8/10 it's saying now. It's going to be difficult, as I say now, for him to get back into the race. Phil wasn't on the soft that much longer, so I suppose those on those supers. So perhaps his supers will go off earlier than on the soft. It is a good point. I wonder, will the supers go off towards the end of this Grand Prix? And then we might have Milik facing back towards the front of the Grand Prix. And see if we can make that move for P1. Let's have a look. At the moment, P6 is under pressure as I believe Enigma is starting to pull away from this. DNTX Rage under a little bit of pressure from Kip. Kip looking quite promising. Not that many laps to go now. Kip in the slipstream, looks to the inside. Not really a great opportunity, but you never know. Every opportunity is a good opportunity, I suppose. DNTX Rage gonna have to hold on to this battle, this position. For P6 it will be good for the Toro Rosso in points. Now let's see how that will work. As Kip in the slipstream, it looks like he might have had to brake. He was a lot closer, it looked like, a little earlier on. Crystal Catcher on Z-Takes. This whole battle at the moment, look at this. Wow, that's Kyle moving into P10. Wow, what a race we've got going on. If only we had multiple cameras. And oh, Aiden around the outside there is V6 as well. V6 being mugged down that straight. Kyle as well. It's not even like he's going to get into the points and be done. Z-Takes on the cards now as well. It's unbelievable. 1.8 as I suspected. The gap is beginning to increase. Kyle in P10, 2 cars in front of him, and he knows he can get them. Z-Takes and Crystal Catcher. It will put him in a very promising P8 position. He's got 2 tyre compound difference on Crystal Catcher ahead, and Z-Takes only got 1. Z-Takes looking to get past Crystal Catcher as well. But he's looking very good at the moment, so he is. As I talk about, Z-Takes trying to get on Crystal Catcher. He goes up the inside round turn 3. It will turn to the outside for turn 4, which is your braking zone. Crystal Catcher looks like he's going to hold it, but it's really put Kyle into the mix. He's looking around, looking for the move for P8. Oh, Crystal Catcher turns in a little bit too early. It looks like he turns into Z-Tykes. Z-Tykes gets the move done. And Kyle now moves into P9. Crystal Catcher looking for the move. It's not there. His medium tyres must be screaming at him by now. Z-Tykes moves into P8. While Kyle in P9 will now have DRS on him. And this train of cars behind will have DRS on him as well. It's almost a curse to be in the P8 at the moment. He's had a good exit though. Kyle's fallen a little bit behind. So it's going to be difficult now. He goes to the outside. He's got the move done. Is he going to go for a break in? Oh, Aiden! A big bit of end plate goes flying off that Mercedes-Benz. He gets into P10, but I wonder for how long he's going to keep it. For now, it seems. But a big bit of that front wing went off that Mercedes and into the runoff area. Really left that late on the brakes. He's running wide as well, and that's probably going to let Crystal Catcher regain P10. They're side by side currently. V-Gun as well, thinking I can get in on this. I like this idea of some points. Let's have a look. Crystal Catcher and and Aiden side by side currently. Aiden to the inside makes the move, but he's run very wide. He's going to have to give that back. Almost runs into the boardings. As Crystal Catcher now gets the inside line, gets the move done, and V6 Gun says, thank you very much, I'll take P11. As Crystal Catcher runs wide, Tris gets out of the way so he doesn't ruin somebody's race. Very honourable of him. V6 Gun moves into P10, Aiden in P11. And Aiden retires from the session, oh no! He was in P10, I believe. What happened? Did he just retire manually, I wonder? V6 Gun moves into P10 then, and Crystal Catcher stays in P11. Let's jump back to our lead of this Grand Prix. It's 3 seconds now. Wow, a big margin has been created. How's Ian doing? He's got P3 down, held down quite nicely. Enigma up to P5. That's a very good recovery job as of now. Kip in P6. That he's doing very well as well. DNT's Rage in P7 currently. Kyle in P8 on his first right back since last season. Z-Tykes in P9 doing the job for the Force India guys at the moment. The Warden of the Points, if you'd like to call him that. V6 Gun, but I wonder for how much longer. Crystal Catcher up his chuff on lap number 25. Going now round the alleged first corner, opening the DRS. Moving to the inside as Crystal Catcher on the medium tyres he's been on since lap 2. He runs very wide. It's going to be a move back now for the Renault car. He gets the position. Crystal Catcher falls back into P11. No points for that. He's going to go for the move round corner to corner 4, side by side. Nice racing. V6 Gun loses position for now, but he gets back in the slipstream. Is he going to go for one now? Not yet. Stays in the slipstream. Round corner 5 into corner 6. That's not really a corner, as I keep saying. Corner 7. Now another right hand 90 degree. But the position stays. P10 for Crystal Catcher. P11 for Z6 Gun. But the DRS straight is coming up now. And in the slipstream he goes. He's a little bit far away as V6 Gun. It's going to be difficult. It's going to have to be one hell of a dive bomb if he wants to get that position. Not to be as of yet. While that's happening, let's quickly jump and see what's happening. Was there I swear there was a battle somewhere. I don't actually think there was. Now I'm going through the grid. No, not really. I apologise. So P10 is our battle to watch at the moment. Yarmolenko retires from the session. He was far down, running a poor race by his standards, I'm sure. Crystal Catcher P10 and P11 for V6 Gun in the slipstream. Down the frontal straight, round the alleged Turner 1 in the slipstream, trying to get as much of that as he can. Crystal Catcher goes defensive, but I don't think he needed to. He's cost himself there. He might cost himself P10 on lap 26 or 27. The penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Crystal Catcher driving back up the inside into turn 4 like he seems to on every single occasion. It's his favourite place, it seems. V6 Gun looking to the outside, but there's not really much room. He goes for the cutback move, trying to rub tyres. Doesn't put Crystal Catcher off though. Well, I take a minute to catch my breath. We'll drink a bit of water. And we'll think about what's going to happen now for the rest of this Grand Prix. Yamalenko's left the session as well. Crystal Catcher now driving away. A V6 Gun with DRS wide open. The battle for 1 point. It's a big one. Crystal Catcher in P10. V6 Gun in P6. Yellow tyres on the yellow car. White tyres on the black car. Very... How unracist of Crystal Catcher, you could say. Now, about to start the last lap of this Grand Prix. Let's see what's happening. Is he even going to get DRS? He seems far away. Oh, far away. How far away is he? V6 Gun, he's going to get DRS. It's only going to be enough to close it, though. Crystal Catcher's had a nice end to that lap. Here's the car turned in. And very nicely. V6 Gun in P11. Playing it close. We'll jump now to Phil as he'll be in the last corner to win the Grand Prix. Phil is our race leader, even though I switched to somebody else to watch them come across the line. It's Milik in P2. Ian in P3. Enigma in P5, I believe it was Vioxic in P4. Not that I'm being rude or anything, but let's run back to this race at the moment. Whereabouts are we? No, I can't find it anymore. ZX, P10, Crystal Catcher, and V6 Gun. I don't think V6 Gun is going to have an opportunity again. But now, actually, no, we're not in that position. I thought we were, but he's a long way behind. It's going to have to be one hell of a dive bomb if he wants to get this position. Down this straight. V6 Gun trying to get as much slipstream as he can. Not going to be a move there, and I think Crystal Catcher, unless he makes a mistake, has got this P10 locked and sealed. We'll have to wait and see, though. Coming to the penultimate corner, I think he's got it. For some reason, we get to him, and yes, Crystal Catcher is our last point scorer. Samsam in P12, in case you were wondering. Crystal Catcher actually moves into P. I stayed in P10, I apologise. I don't know what's happened here. Some people might have got penalties, so we'll have to run you through the full grid at the end of this Grand Prix to see what has happened. As we now have a minute to count down and clap Samsam across the line. 2 corners left to go. P12, unlucky for him not to score any points, it must be said. Now into the final corner. Getting the car turned in and across the line. It is Phil from Milik, from Vioxic, from Ian, from Enigma, from Kip, from DNTX Rage, from Kyle, from V6 Gun, from Crystal Catcher. V6 Gun actually gets P9 after all that. Crystal Catcher with 12 seconds of penalties, blimey, in P10. ZTX with 24 in P11. Samsam in P12. Wombo in P13. Jay in P14. And that is the finishers for this race. I hope you have enjoyed. It was a bit of a shouty one at the end, a bit slow to get started, but it was a nice end. Next week I will not be here to commentate, unfortunately, for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but the week after that I will be back as normal, and hopefully it will be a good one. I'll update you on what happens at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. I hope you all enjoyed, and we shall see you in 2 weeks' time for whatever Grand Prix it is. I can't remember.